Good morning, guys. Good morning. Cannot sleep. Don't know about you. So many things going around in my head right now. And whenever it's like this for me, I tend to read and do my own self-studying, due diligence, looking for information, trying to draw the dots together and create the bigger picture. And I just see everything as being incredibly unfair right now. It's beyond a fucking joke. As I say, without going over old grounds, this whole thing was brought up through parliamentary privilege, which means it has to be dealt with once it's brought up. Chris Bryant, a Labour MP, Welsh Labour MP, who brought this up about Roman Abramovich, and it's almost like they want to create this situation, take the emphasis off an issue over here. Parrygate now seems to have disappeared, hasn't it? It's like he's got away with that one. Boris Johnson, the entire Tory government, the whole issues relating to COVID and the entire hypocrisy with regards to the figures and everything else. It's all concentrating on this now. And of course it's massive news, isn't it, if they can take out Chelsea Football Club. But of course we all know they're all fucking hypocrites. They're just puppets, working for corporations who we, silly old us, think that they actually represent us, and they don't. They fucking don't. But you look at Labour. I mean, Labour are getting donors coming in from Russia. Keir Starmer, Chris Bryant, as we all know, signed off the war in Iraq. He was one of the people listed that signed that war off. And of course we know that was an absolute lie, complete and utter lie, but we invaded Iraq. You look at other football clubs like Newcastle, and you look at the situation with regards to their owners and what's going on in Yemen, and it's almost like, well, this is okay, but we'll turn a blind eye here. It stinks. It's hypocritical. It's got nothing to do with anything to do with the main situation. This is just about the emphasis is on Chelsea, and we're being used as part of this whole process. A few things I want to point out here, guys. This was sent to me. Rio Ferdinand, he blasts the UK government on their handling of Chelsea, and he says, and I quote, "This is nothing but a direct attack on Chelsea FC. This isn't about Roman Abramovich anymore. It's not. Every day the government do something else to hurt Chelsea. It's so boring at this point. It's just a football club, man. What is their problem?" And he's absolutely fucking spot on. And we all know it, and I'm just wondering now, I know they're given the green light, but how long is this going to take, and how much cash reserves have we actually got to keep this going? Because if it ends up with us actually going under, then I don't think they'd be too fucking bothered about it, and let's have it fucking right. It's only because it's a working class sport. If this was cricket or rugger or anything to do with horses or to do with the rich, basically the sports or the enjoyments that the rich care about, this wouldn't be happening. I mean, this is because it's Chelsea Football Club, and just Chelsea Football Club. But some very interesting things here, guys. Tory donor Igor Sechin is a CEO and an investor of Rosneft, is a Russian state-owned oil firm. Lyubimov Chernikin, the wife of a cabinet minister in Putin's government, who it seems are continuing to donate to the Conservative Party. Well, how about that, eh? The very people that have put us virtually into administration imposed all these sanctions, and they're guilty by association. They're guilty of doing the same thing. What are we guilty of, eh? What are we guilty of, Chelsea Football Club? But they continue to receive the patronage of the Kwasi Kwarteng, who has lobbied on Sechin's behalf over deals with BP. The Conservative Party has not been sanctioned, and they've had far dodgier connections to the Russian government than Roman Abramovich ever has. Again, you can go back. This is in the Express. The 6 Russian oligarchs who donated £2 million to the Tory party since Boris Johnson became Prime Minister. How about that one, eh? Conservative Party has accepted figures close to 2 million donations from Russian oligarchs since Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been in his post. But who are the oligarchs? Let's have a little flick down. As the West continues to impose severe economic sanctions on Russia in response to its brutal invasion on Ukraine, the Conservative Party has received criticism for its own links to Russian money. The money comes from Russian oligarchs, wealthy businessmen and women who profited off the fall of the Soviet Union and privatisation of previously state-owned resources. The UK is... Hang on, sorry guys. The UK is currently targeting the Russian oligarchs with links to Vladimir Putin, blah, 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 blah. However, it appears the Conservative Party has largely profited from these oligarchs over the years, as Labour urgently calls for Tory members. Well, good luck with that one, because you're as guilty as they are. Is it illegal for individuals of only Russianity to donate to the UK political party? No, but there's also a loophole for those with dual UK Russian nationality. Well, how about that one, eh? When asked whether the Prime Minister would commit to returning the donations from the Russian oligarchs, Mr Johnson told Parliament last Wednesday that his party do not raise money from Russian oligarchs. We raise money from people who are registered to vote in the UK. Wow, do you know what I mean? A bit like those parties didn't fucking exist either. You know, it just stinks of hypocrisy, yeah? So anyone that don't start to look into things like this, and any other football supporter out there, you need to be concerned, you need to be worried about all of this. It's all bollocks, all total bollocks, yeah? Let's have a look. I've actually been sent loads of stuff like this, you know what I mean? So they're all guilty by association, they're all guilty of doing the same thing, exactly the same thing. It's just, you know, here's one here. See these, I don't know if you can see that. There's Boris there with the Russian guy there. There's a party there, that person there. Let's have a little read on that thing. Revealed Russian donors have stepped up Tory funding as Johnson accused of a cover-up. Let's have a little read of this. Russian donors have stepped up Tory funding as Johnson accused of a cover-up over Kremlin interference. Major new Russian donations to Conservatives revealed despite previous Tory pledge to distance themselves from Russian money. The Conservatives have received significant recent cash injections from a number of Russian donors and their associates. An open democracy investigation has discovered well-connected Russian oligarchs and companies heavily involved in lobbying for Russian interests have stepped up their funding. The news comes as Boris Johnson stands up. Blah, 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 blah. Responding to Open Democracy's findings, Labour MP Ben Bradshaw said, now we know one of the reasons Boris Johnson is suppressing the official report into Kremlin penetration of our democracy. This is before they come in for the oligarchs, and this is before they come in for Roman Abramovich. Big fish, take him out, look good, takes all the emphasis away from them, doesn't it? Downing Street has claimed that there was not sufficient time for the report to sign the process off. This goes all the way back. Lubov Chanuchin. I'll probably pronounce that wrong. She's the wife of a former Russian deputy finance minister. She donated £450,000. A former arms tycoon, Alexander Ternenko, is another prominent Russian donor in Tory circles. Ternenko, who has spoken warmly about his friend, Boris Johnson, has gifted over 1.2 million to the Conservatives over the past few years, and has reportedly admitted being involved in Eurosceptic plot to oust Theresa May. The news comes as Johnson faces growing pressure. And of course, we all know, you see them buildings that have all been built, the Russians have gone in, and a lot of the Russians have gone in and bought them. We're all right taking that, of course, aren't they, you know? You know, the Conservatives, this is just before their last election, they received 3.5 million from Russian funders. And that was after the poisoning of the Russian double agent Sergei Skripal in Salisbury in March 2018. And that's when they revoked Roman Abramovich's visa. And that's when our stadium development got stopped. You know, one way or another, this government's been responsible, has been responsible for fucking us up. Fucking hypocrites, all of them. News Century Media has donated 177,000 to the Conservatives. Again, Russian Dmitry Furstad, a Ukrainian oligarch close to Putin. Well, how about that one? Who is wanted by the FBI on bribery charges. Another one. David Cameron was also, he goes all the way back to 2013. Gerard Lopez, the former Formula One chief who has close business ties with senior figures in Putin's Russia, came under fire from Labour MPs when he donated £400,000 to the Conservatives in 2016. Another prominent recent Tory donor is the Russian billionaire Lev Mikheev, the Moscow-born investment banker. I wonder if he's been one of the ones that have been hit. He's donated £212,000 to the Tories since 2010, describing the Daily Mail as being a billionaire financier with offices in London and next door to the Kremlin in the Russian capital. Records show that former Tory MP Rory Stewart, good old Rory, he was going for the Mayor of London, wasn't he, at one point? Do you remember him? No, Rory received £10,000 from Mikheev for his unsuccessful Conservative leadership bid. So they tried to influence a new leader, obviously, in Parliament. But the thing is, it's not like this is like, you know, sort of like, wow, you know, because this shit goes on all the time. They're all at it. They're all fucking hypocrites, yeah? These people are fucking puppets. Absolute puppets. But we're the fall guys right now, yeah? We're the you know, the unfortunate football club right now that's being affected by it all. So guess what? This gets them, you know, brownie points, yeah? Takes all the emphasis off what they're up to. And, you know, in the meantime, you know, if we go bust, so fucking be it, eh? Don't know. But forget about all the stuff that they did do, you know what I mean, during the fucking pandemic, though. All the good things. Lending out the hotels and everything else. It fucking makes you sick, do you know what I mean? They're all fucking hypocrites, absolutely hypocrites. Fucking about with our club, do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is Liz Truss. I think this is Liz Truss. I think the woman. Let's have a look. There we go. Ukraine crisis. See, these are all. If you can see. This is on the 2nd of March, 2022. Ukraine crisis. Russian Tory donor previously married to Putin's minister recently gave Conservatives £80,000. And she was, as I say, she was married to the Vladimir Putin's former deputy finance minister. Oh, that's it. And she's a British and Russian citizen. So I suppose that's all right, then, isn't it? You know. And there she is at dinner with Theresa May. Look, let's get a little picture of her. There she is. Look. Oh, it's all right, though, isn't it? Eh? We care about democracy. Democracy is what it's all about. Fucking wankers. Absolute fucking arseholes. This is the woman, right, okay, that's gone all hardball on Roman. Liz Truss said to Sky News, all donations to the Conservative Party are from people on the electoral register of Britain. Those donations are properly declared. Shouldn't be fucking no donations, really, should there? Shouldn't be no fucking influence, but there you go. It's just unbelievable. Unfucking believable. And there's the guy there. There's Putin. And there's that woman's husband. Look. Yeah, it's all bollocks.